BAND-MAID are here with their brand new single, Ready to Rock, and we are ready to rock with them. What a... just including the title, how genius of me. Anyway, let's get back to the important point here, which is that this is a new song from a band who, let's face it, I mean, who's not a BAND-MAID fan these days? They have really been just the face of the hard rock wing of this whole girls rock band revolution that has been so big over the last decade. Coming out of Japan has been one of the major things that has led to this being, well, you know, elevating even further as the greatest music scene on earth, in my opinion. So having bands like BAND-MAID up front and center is really great. But, you know, I was at that 10th anniversary Yokohama Arena show, and even then I was thinking 10 years, and that was a couple of years ago. They've kept this level of quality so high. Now, I know full well that usually a lot of their most out there, crazy, surprising songs tend to turn up on the albums, and you get these really cool album tracks or B-sides and things where they do really out there stuff. So when it comes to a single like this, I'm not expecting anything too out of the ordinary. I'm expecting it to be within their wheelhouse. But obviously their most recent single, Zen, that was one of the best examples, one of the best songs I've ever heard in their kind of core sound. You know, it was very much a BAND-MAID song, but it was one of the best ones we've ever heard of them. We've had singles like Forbidden Tale, which starts off sounding just like normal BAND-MAID, but then does some of the greatest song developing and crescendoing at the end. So this is a band who, even in their core sound, can give us good surprises. And well, 10 seconds to go. Let's see what we're going to get with Ready to Rock. Let's go. Ooh. Ooh, Classroom. Oh, we're going a bit metal at the beginning. Nice. I'm liking the way they've implemented the vocals over the top. Let's go. The energy's great. Great. BAND-MAID pre-chorus. Ooh, very punchy. Oh, okay, nice little change there at the end. I love that descending bit at the end of the chorus, where the chord pattern just keeps on stepping down and down and down. Yeah, just the pure like energy in this is really up on the level. A lot of these really stabby bits in there as well. Okay, here comes the bridge. Bridge is gonna make or break the song. Let's go for it. That's very domination, isn't it? Standing on the table again. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. The held note layering on the vocals. That's something they do so often. Very signature sound. All right. There's a lot to break down on this one. Okay, let's let's give them their dues on that. That was quite a heavy song. And you know what? Credit to we talked about all the different styles that BAND-MAID have done in their career. They have done so many different styles of music. But I tell you, it's funny. You got things like your Giovanni's and your No Gods, but they don't really do anything so directly metal a lot of the time. And this was interesting because this had a lot of very metal aspects to it. I think this is going to please a lot of those heavy metal fans who are in the BAND-MAID fandom as well. So I think this is going to certainly win over a lot of people's love. I would say though, when listening to this one, it's interesting because it's using a lot of really heavy metal aspects, but over the top of it, you've got a melody and chord structure, which is very sort of traditional BAND-MAID sound. Yeah, it's very much, again, like I said, it's doing what you expect from a normal BAND-MAID single. It's got a lot of very familiar BAND-MAID aspects in there. And for a band who has so much variation, it's interesting how in a lot of their singles, they go for certain writing styles that are very familiar, very sort of core BAND-MAID, as I said before. But they usually find some way to make it feel unique. And in this one, it felt very much like it was the sort of nuances and the presentation was very much done as a metal song. Now, obviously, the main aspect of that was Akane, amazing drummer. She doesn't overly lean into the double kicks. It's one of the things I love about her is that she doesn't overuse the double kick. She uses it when it's necessary, doesn't overdo it. This song was very heavy on the double kick, but I felt that was, it was intentional. And again, from a drummer who doesn't overdo that anyway, you kind of like respect it much more because you can just tell it's an intentional choice. You can tell she looked at this song and said, this song needs double kicks. And she did it, and it was really great. When it came in, you felt it. It was well mixed. It really punched through, gave the song a lot of energy. So Akane really elevating a lot with the double kicks there. The guitar work in this as well, very stabby, like lots of bits where you had those like staccato sort of like just couple of note chugs and then just punching in, and that gives you those little spaces between, so each time the guitar punches gives a little bit more of energy, really want to headbang with it because you can just feel that punch of the guitar coming through. So I like those little aspects. I like how that was done. There was a lot of focus on making this song have that kind of aggressive punch to it. I also stand by what I think a lot of people have observed. Psyche is a great singer, but I do feel like over time, she just kind of gets that little bit better, little bit better, little bit better. This was another song where her voice sounded... There was just that extra aspect of power. It just feels like her voice grows and grows each time. And for a song like this, where clearly the intention is to really hammer it home, that worked out well. She really did not feel like she was overpowered by the song. She felt like she was carrying the energy just as well as everything else. Misa's always on point. It's always like reviewing Misa makes no sense. It's just like, Misa, she was great again, wasn't she? Yes. That's your review. But yeah, the whole band came together. Once again, the backing vocals and the presence of Miku is the cement that holds it all together. So the song had a lot of the things that we already know and love about BAND-MAID, but it just did such a great job of adding that extra punch. Now, we're always on this channel. If I was to pick one critique that I would say that the chorus melody, it felt like they've done that melody in quite a few songs. So the chorus of this song is not going to get stuck in my head because the minute I hear it, it just reminds me of a bunch of other songs they have that have almost the same chorus melody. I've always said this, that BAND-MAID are really good at variation in like doing songs that have ambitiously clever ideas, doing songs that have really well developing melodies. I don't think they're naturally as much of a chorus band. So when they do songs like this that are kind of like the singles, probably that's the one area that least suits them, because the singles are not something, the catchy choruses, they tend to end up with a very similar melody every time. So I felt the chorus melody in this was very familiar. It worked within the context of the song. And so if you were just listening to this song in isolation, it works. But yeah, it felt a little bit too much like I've heard that chorus melody almost exactly in other BAND-MAID songs before. So that was maybe the only thing that I would hold against it, is that I think it maybe isn't going to have quite the same memorable factor on that aspect. But once again, it's quite interesting that in isolation, yeah, this song just works. It really works. It's got a great build up. It's yes, it is hitting a lot of the familiar keys that you get from a BAND-MAID single, but it is also doing them so well. The bridge was fairly simply just a guitar solo. And for a band who've done so many really awesome. Like I've given my coveted Bridge of the Year award twice now. We've done like 6 annual awards, and they've won that one twice, and that's one of my favorite awards. I love a good bridge. This song was just a guitar solo, but the guitar solo was really good. I also, again, I've said this so many times, I love the fact that Konami's guitar solos are concise. She doesn't overdo it. She's focused. I mean, this is the great thing about having your guitar solos played by your chief songwriter, in that they don't just go, it's my moment, I'm going to drag it out as much as I can. She's like, no, the guitar solo is functional to the larger song I'm writing. So, you know, guitar solos in band-made songs always feel super functional, and I love it. They're never too long. They're always, if anything, sometimes they're too short, which is something I don't regularly say. But, you know, sometimes the guitar solo is too short. I felt it was about right here. It was overall, it's quite a short bridge. Yeah, maybe it would have been nicer to hear more of that. But, you know, basically, this was a short, sharp, functional song that punches home quickly. Got to give credit to the music video. Now, the music video, so as you guys might have known, I've mentioned before how they use the same director for almost every single music video. And the couple of exceptions have been some of my favorite of their videos. Domination is someone which was done by a different director. Afterlife was done by a different director. I love both of those videos. Same thing for obviously Unleashed, but unsurprisingly. So a lot of band-made videos have the same look, which is a good look, but it means that they're usually quite similar to music videos. This one, at first, I was like, oh, this is the same director. But then it had some really cool ideas. Like, I love the thing where, I think, so this is the, if I'm correct, this is the theme tune to the anime with the girl who's got her face covered as the artist. Really like how they did that, kind of the anonymous sort of schoolgirl look. It's like, you know, you're walking around the school, but your identity's covered. I loved how they did that, and that ties in with the messaging of the song, and, you know, sort of, breaking out of that conformity, I guess. That was really well done. But then just the video really expanded upon that. That little drone shot around the top and everything, and the big light up scene with the dancing. I was like, it's pretty cool. So if that was the same director, I have to give honest hands up, shout out. Nice little expansion upon what we usually see from them. But if not, and also really love the color palette. As you can see, a lot of primary colors being blasted at them, which for someone like me who's got slight color blindness is really good. It means I can see your video better. Anyway, this was cool. Those are my honest thoughts. As always, you get the honest thoughts on this channel. Let me know what you think in the comments. And until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these. For now, ciao, ciao.